Today on Destination Polaris.
We're Glamis North, and man, this place is awesome.
We're off to a desert oasis in Southern California.
I don't know, this is insane.
Watch out! Destination Polaris starts right now.
Destination Polaris is presented by Rugged Radios, the authority in communications.
Welcome to Destination Polaris. We are in Southern California. The Salton Sea, right there. Bat Caves, right there. This is where our destination begins. When you hear the word Glamis, you think sand dunes, and why not? Glamis is the biggest sandbox in the country. But if I said we're headed to Glamis North, then you might ask me, where's that? Glamis North is, well, north of Glamis, by about an hour. If you're coming from Palm Springs, it's about an hour south. If you need one more clue where to find Glamis North, it's on the east side of the Salton Sea.
I had no idea about it.
Greg Cottrell is owner of Rugged Radios.
We all know Glamis is sand dunes. So I'm thinking, man, this has got to be to the far edge of the dunes, Glamis North. So I'm going to come ride some sand dunes. Well, everybody's bolting on the dirt tires. And I'm like, what are we doing?
Well, Greg, what we're doing is lifting the lid on a hidden SoCal gem.
It's unlike any other piece of the California desert I've ever been to.
But it's not just Greg on this ride. No, that wouldn't happen. He brought along the Rugged team and a few off-road buddies.
This is my first time here, and I had no idea what to expect.
And I had no idea this was out here because, again, I would assume that it would be sand dunes and stuff, but this is definitely far from sand.
We can't count on Greg or the two Steves to show us around, so we grabbed a guy who knows the trails.
I come here a lot, so I probably have in 8,000 miles running here.
SoCal native Rick Hall spends his weekends at Glamis North.
I just love it here, and I come out and run these things and see them. I never tire of seeing the scenery here. I find it just beautiful.
Rick, you've been coming out here for a decade, but none of us have ever heard of this place. Why's that?
I don't know, because I think the riding here is fantastic.
We're about to find out, because the first place we're headed, the Pinnacles. The Pinnacles is a slot canyon just a few miles from where we're staying. To get there, just look for the railroad trestles. Pass under the trestles and then hook a left.
That big tall cliff that's kind of pointed, big flat face is where we're going to turn.
It's maybe 100 feet tall by 10, 15 feet wide. And you wander through this thing, and it's just incredible scenery inside the slot canyon.
And it's really narrow. I'm thinking, man, with my depth perception and my peripheral vision, I'm like, whoa, this is pretty tight through here.
It's kind of almost eerie going through where you've got walls on both sides of you. You're literally, 10, 12 feet from wall to wall, and I don't know how tall they are.
Big kind of just sheer cut-off sections, and almost looks like the rock just kind of split and led us through it. And some washes, some little rock crawling sections. just phenomenal, just beautiful.
You find slot canyons in Utah or Arizona, but this is rare.
When you go in those canyons and you got walls like this, you don't know which way you're going.
We made our way out of the Pinnacles with one goal in mind, a race to the Salton Sea for sunset. We zip back underneath the trestles to an open lake bed, and then let the guys rip it up.
So that road coming in, so fun. Lots of whoops. If you don't like whoops, it's not a fun road.
The Salton Sea has a reputation. It can stink. The largest lake in California has more salinity than the Pacific Ocean and rests over 200 feet below sea level. The odd mix can cause elevated amounts of hydrogen sulfide, aka rotten eggs.
The smell is not particularly wonderful.
But today, no funky lake. It's what you can find on the edge of the water that stinks.
These are the infamous bat caves.
Yes.
Right?
This is not Batman and Robin.
Okay.
This is the true bat cave.
Is it just one entrance, or
There are several entrances. They don't go back very far.
I noticed the group's getting smaller as we're getting closer
They
to
are.
the caves.
They are. They just kind of thin out.
They're like,
the
well,
closer
like
we
everyone,
get.
let's go to the caves. We're like, all right, and it's just you and I.
We're gonna look at the.
Yeah, we'll be
Salton
right behind
Sea.
you. Yeah.
Man, that stinks.
That stinks bad.
That is not good.
That's pungent.
Hey, Steve.
Ah! That's the best. Oh, that's the best.
I think we'll go left because it looks deeper and narrower, and of course I'm going in first. Why am I going in first? Oh man.
Oh. Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, that's far enough that I want to go on that one.
Oh.
Okay. That one seared the nostrils. So now you've seen the bat caves, but where's the oasis? That's coming up next. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Rugged Radios, the authority in communications. Polaris Lubricants, the only oil developed with and for your Polaris engine. And by Walton's, everything but the meat.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. It's no desert mirage. We're at the Glamis North Hot Springs.
There's pools that are fed by hot mineral springs, and they don't smell like sulfur, which is kind of cool. And it's totally unexpected.
The water comes out of the ground, and it's 160 degrees, and he cools it off to put it in the pool.
We've set up camp at the hot springs with the guys from Rugged Radios.
I have driven by here coming home from Glamis so many times. And I've seen the signs for the hot springs. But I gotta tell you, the Glamis North people, they're turned this into the premier UTV destination spot in California.
They've got everything here. RV hookups, cabins, a restaurant. Shoot, they'll even rent you a machine if you don't have one. The main attraction? The pools.
I didn't know what to expect, and I kind of was expecting like a little slice of Glamis, but I don't want to say it's better because it's just different.
But the hot springs aren't the only oasis. You can ride to another one just a few miles away.
So when we get to the oasis, dinner's on me tonight.
Steve, I'm not so sure what you're talking about. Okay, buddy, let's go. California desert rides offer both a challenge and a bit of history.
The main trail we run here is called the Bradshaw Trail, And it is an 1862 gold rush trail set up to go to the gold fields on the Colorado River.
The Bradshaw Trail led us to a place called The Ridge.
And you're going through this canyon, and all of a sudden you pop on top of the ridge, and we're cruising along this cool ridge overlooking both sides of the valley. It's amazing.
Literally wide open, and you can see for probably 10, 20 miles easy, you know, clear.
From the ridge, you can't see the oasis, so we dropped back into the canyon.
Looks like we're going up the backside of Amy's Wash.
What's cool is, I mean, we just got back from Mexico, so coming out here, it really has that feel. When you get on some of these washes and stuff, it really gives you that feel of down in Mexico, down in the washes, you know, racing, that kind of stuff. Really, really fun.
Follow the wash, keep an eye out for the palm trees, and you'll find the oasis.
I actually thought they were joking with me when they told me about this.
Oh, there it is.
Man, look at that. You can feel it get cool.
There's a trickle of water right here.
Is this where they filmed Gilligan's Island?
It might be.
Steve plans to catch us dinner with his pink fishing pole.
You have no hook, you have no bait. You have the casting leader. Like, this is for practicing.
No,
Yes.
no, that's my bait.
This is your bait. He's got no hook. You realize that?
I know.
Does he realize that?
He just gets the fish close, then the other Steve just reaches down and grabs it.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm ready for dinner.
Ready?
You're not very good at that, are you?
So the little fish, they really like the big bait. It looks like mom.
Good job. These are your two best employees.
Hang on, prized.
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 These are your two prized employees.
Oh, gee, I really won the prize.
All right, we'll leave the two Steves alone, and when we come back, we visit a place you can only find in California. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by HCR Racing, passion-driven, American-made. And by Polaris Adventures, adventure everywhere.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. We're out here hanging in the desert with our friends from Rugged Radios who brought all their Project X machines. The Rugged General, the SS1, the Rugged 32, the Beach Buggy. They all look like this, but one started just like this.
You know, we got all the rugged vehicles out. We got these cool custom cars. And the funnest thing about it is we use these cars.
When Rugged Radio's owner Greg Cottrell has an idea, nothing gets in his way.
You know, this is the Rugged 32. It's the 32 Ford 5-window coupe from American Graffiti. I just had to build that iconic car. So I took this Polaris chassis and transformed it into this crazy UTV.
Greg started building custom iconic rides a few years ago, and what a collection he's got.
This is my SS1, RS1 that we did for Project X last year. One of the most meaningful shows that we've done, especially for myself and my family. It's a car that we built around an old Funco SS1, and on the show, Greg dedicated the whole car to my brother, who passed away in our race car, who worked for Funco. And then on the show, he gave me the car and gave it to our family. So tons of meaning behind the car, or with the car.
I'm driving our beach buggy today. It's a two-seat Polaris Razor that we basically cut it down to the chassis, the pan, if you will, and we custom built a full chassis for it to hold the beach buggy body.
The Rugged 32, the RS1, and the Rugged General, all on display.
That's why we built them. We just didn't build them for show cars. I built them for us and my crew and everybody to come out and enjoy. Let's go have fun, and that's exactly what we're doing.
Today, they're in the desert, but soon you'll be able to see them up close and personal at Rugged's new office and museum.
The main Rugged building, it looks like a big old radio station, big radio tower in the front. You know, I've got a full fab facility in the back, so we're gonna be able to do installations, prototyping, repairs, you name it. Then we've got a cool car museum. We're gonna have double stack lifts, all of our builds, because I don't sell any of these builds, I keep them all. But the coolest thing, we're gonna have the old gas station, which is gonna be coffee and tacos.
We'll have a motorcycle museum inside. It's just gonna be a really fun atmosphere. And everything's gonna be like 50s themed.
A foundation built on communication.
Communication is huge for you guys. It's also huge for us. We can't do any filming without this stuff right here. We take it everywhere we go.
I'm going to go get the drone and get that up and going and try to fly alongside you guys. Yeah, Steve, I think you were getting a little away from the group, so if you can just kind of stay off the throttle a little bit.
What I noticed is you were showing me something cool and new for you guys right here.
Right, this is our new quick install helmet kit. So it allows you to put a helmet kit in a helmet and literally in a matter of a few minutes. And then if you ever want to wash your liner or anything, you can take it out, wash your liner, put it back in, and you're good to go. Or you can transfer it to another helmet.
Install this, talk smack to your friends.
Absolutely.
Seconds.
Hey, Steve G, you copy?
Yeah, go ahead, Greg.
You're probably going to have to throw this jacket away at the end.
Great. It was that burrito this morning.
And what I like to tell people is all of that joking and kind of fun and ribbing you do at the end of the evening, you do it all day long.
That was fun. I needed to wake up a little bit.
All right, we've got one more stop to make on this ride, and when we come back, we're gonna take you to the wildest destination we've ever been to. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Destination Polaris is sponsored by Aluma Trailers, ready to ride when you are. And by Cormark Metals, where technology and creativity meet.
Welcome back to DP. We're at Glamis North Hot Springs in Southern California, just east of the Salton Sea.
We've been out here for a few days and we've only seen a small part of it. Shoot, I'd love to be out here for a week.
What's great about this place is you can come and go right from the campground.
So they call it Glamis North, even though so far that I've seen, it's nothing like Glamis that I know. It's desert terrain and just amazing trails.
The trails lead to all sorts of crazy California spots, like this cabin in the middle of nowhere.
So what I've been told, Greg, is this is your vacation home?
When everybody's driving me crazy at work and I just want to get away from everybody, this is where I come.
So we open her up?
Check this place out, man. It's pretty crazy to come out in the middle of nowhere and to find this shack.
This right here.
Ooh.
Yeah, right there.
Well, try it and you tell me.
You sniff it.
It's okay.
DP 2020. How's that?
We signed the book and headed for our final stop. An iconic California landmark, Salvation Mountain. Salvation Mountain, created by Leonard King in the mid-'80s, this painted mountain is made out of hay and mud.
A lot of people come here, a lot of tourist attractions.
Our friend Dirty P showed us around.
You want to follow me? Because I got a lot of energy. Check this out. Look at all these cans. People would just drop off gallons and gallons of paint, and he would just keep decorating and decorating and decorating. So you see right there, all the hay bales that aren't covered yet? So they start mudding over all the hay bales there and just keep building these structures.
It's crazy.
Doesn't it blow your mind? There's no steel, no studs, just wood, paint, straw, and mud.
Maybe not up to code.
Here's what I think is cool. This is the exact replica of Rugged's new building.
Hi, welcome to Rugged Radios. Let me take you for a tour.
Walk to the top, look over your shoulder, and you'll find Slab City. Well, and that's a whole nother story. Around the corner from Slab City, East Jesus.
And it's got the most amazing artwork you'll ever see.
It's all stuff made out of trash.
This is like Burning Man.
This is Burning Man,
Yeah.
without having to spend all the money. You know, we'll take a walk around and just check this out. There's a dome here. They have a big garden going on right there. You want to see something cool? Check out these TVs.
Funny, but I didn't see DP playing anywhere. Just saying.
Look at this caddy. Look at this thing. Oh, okay, I'm in. Yeah. Hey, where's Jared?
Yo.
The Burning Man vehicle right here, bro.
That's a wrap.
We're done.
Yep, that's it.
We're outta
Send her
here.
home.
Bye-bye.
We're taking the spaceship home.
Pack it up, guys. We've got so much more to see.
I've lived in California my entire life. I've been off-roading my entire life. I've been to so many places, but then it's incredible how many more places there still is to be discovered.